Howdy folks, it's Alternator. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we're going to continue the Cuba bush trip. The sim says we're only 14% done. So today we're going to do legs 2 and 3 in this video. I assume you watch the first leg so you know what's going on. That's all the introduction you get. Let's get going. Alright, and they seem to have this theme now where they start you on the runway but cold and dark, which I guess is fine. Another day, but still live weather. We'll have to see what the weather actually is at the airport. In the previous video was hazy and windy, but we were able to land. Although I didn't, I didn't hit the reverser switch. So when I thought I was reversing, I actually took off again. So that's kind of funny. But we won't do that this time, I hope. Alright, let's hop inside. Let's get this thing started and we'll see what we're doing. I am using my switch panel today. So we'll do battery and alternator on. And I don't think we need to turn fuel on. I'll turn on the fuel pump because I'd like to. And to start this, we actually have to turn that on and ignition and then start or something. If I can remember. Right, it takes a minute for it to start, so let's let it run here. What else do we need to do? Avionics can come on now. Fuel pump's already on. De-ice don't need to worry about. Pitot heat is on. Beacon is on. Actually, all the lights are on because we're already on the runway. So there you go. We'll let that line up and give us some information. We'll set up autopilot in a moment using my multi-panel. You'll hear things moving around on the switch, but you have to look at the screen for the multi-panel. Everything is on that we want, right? Just going through everything. Yep. Okie dokie. Let's read what's happening while this is getting started here. Lift off from Paìs Airport and set a course to the northeast. Follow to the city of Holguín, which was founded in 1523 and is the 4th largest city. So that's right away. So we're going to read about a few of these before we take off and head out to sightsee. Wrong runway too. Still, look at windsock's backward. Whatever. After that, we turn the course to the west and follow the central highway past the village of Cruce San Andres to reach the small town of Las Calabasas. Alright, so we're going to find the city, a small town. Let's read one more thing here. Continue following the highway to another town, Buenaventura, the seat of the municipality of Calito Garcia. Alrighty, so a big city, medium city, and a big city, small city, medium city. And then we'll come back and read more together. First, let's see what is going on with the airport weather. I think they have us backwards. And it doesn't matter. 140 degrees, doesn't matter. Perfect crosswind, just like when we landed. Same weather as before. Alrighty, so let's go over here and set up autopilot. Let's, I don't know. What does the train look like here? Pretty smoothish and flattish. So let's just do 3,000 on the autopilot. That should be good. There's 3,000 there. If we do vertical speed, you can see on the primary flight display to the left, let's do 1,100 feet per minute just because we can. We're not in a hurry. And we'll use nav because it's GPS. So CDI. Boom. There we go. Oh, now I have to hit nav. Now I can hit nav. Everything good up here should automatically fill it in for me, and it does. Okie dokie. Let's do one set of flaps down. Hold the brake. And get this thing going. Although we have more than enough runway. And once we get off the runway, we'll engage autopilot. And like I said before, we're just going to use autopilot and GPS to do the work for this one. Oh my gosh, the wind is worse than the last time I flew though. Holy guacamole. Oh my gosh. Let's get off the ground quickly, please. Brakes to stop the wheels. And whoa. Flaps coming up. And once we... Wait, is this the wrong? Hang on. Do we have to reset the GPS? It says to turn to a heading of 36 degrees. That's not 36 degrees. That's 280. So what we need to do is we need to go into our flight plan. First of all, let's zoom in. And let's go the right way by hand, and then we'll do the flight plan. We'll tell it to go to the next waypoint. Does that make sense? And then it'll reset. So we'll do autopilot in a minute here. I just didn't check that first because I forgot. If you start the sim and come back, it forgets where you were, which is okay. We know how to deal with it. It only took us like 40 bush trips to figure that out, but we'll know how to deal with it. Alrighty, we're still turning by hand here. Let's zoom out a little bit. We don't need to zoom in that much. Let's do flight plan and see, we need to do 7, right? Because, yeah, 7. We need to go to POI 7. So I'm trying to turn while I do this. This is probably not very safe. I'm trying to climb and turn all at the same time. So do we hit this button. There we go. And then we use this one. Yes. Then we go down to 7. We go direct. And it's not a touchscreen. Activate. Yes. There we go. Bam. Now it knows what to do. Perfect. Okay, so let's engage autopilot now. And now it should take over. Vertical speed should be what we programmed. It should take us right there. There we go. That's how do I get out of the screen? How do I clear? Nope. Cancel. How do I get out of here? Flight plan. Duh, of course. Alrighty, so here's one town where we went there, I think. No, a town is up here. We're going to kind of miss it, it looks like. That's okay. We'll look for it out the window if we can. We're just not going by the airport again. So a town there, and then medium town, or small town, medium town. So 3 towns. You'll see me when we get here. Sightseeing. I'm sure you all know what that means from the previous video. I'm going to rest my voice while I get back on track, and I'll see you in a moment. Okie dokie, we're approaching the town right there. Just about to go under the nose, and then we'll read about the next greatest thing. Alrighty, let's see after that one. Limones Reservoir. Continue on a westerly course after passing over Buenaventura, remaining to the south of the Central Highway, and fly over the small reservoir in Balse Limones. Okie dokie. That looks like us, so we're looking for this little reservoir right there. So let's keep reading. Close to that is Las Tunas. Turn into a northwestern course and pass over the city of Las Tunas, founded in 1796. It's the capital of the Las Tunas province of eastern Cuba. Yep, still on the eastern part of Cuba. So small reservoir, big city, and let's keep reading here. Turn northwest at Las Tunas, paralleling the general course of the highway, fly over patchworks of agriculture, and reach the city of Guaymaro. Okie dokie. So reservoir, 2 cities, and excuse me, I have the hiccups. So reservoir, 2 cities, and then we'll talk again. So have fun looking out the window, and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, a big city's in the distance, so we'll read about the next greatest thing in a moment. I just want to spend some time outside with y'all because this is definitely the best scenery of the 3 Caribbean bush trips. It's flatter, it's not as mountainous as some of the others, but the scenery quality is incredible. So I just wanted to take a moment to mention that. I mean, just look at this. Something so simple and rural that's just so beautiful to look at. The other 2 were okay too, but this one is definitely the best of the 3. So there you go. Alrighty. Coming up on the city, so let's read about what's next. Let me get through some of this here. I think it's no, it's the cities we're looking at. We already did the reservoir and the 2 cities. Okay, so we're headed towards that city. So there we go. Follow the central highway to the northwest, passing over small town of Martí, where the Cuban Central Railroad intersects the highway. I noticed in that city back there too, there was a big train station. It was so cool. Continue on course from Martí, passing to the south of the town of Cascorro, and then reach the town of Cibianicu. Bianisu. I'm thinking Italian, not Spanish. Shoot. Cibanicu. Cibanisu. Interesting how I'm drawing a total blank. Anyway, so that's what we're looking for next, but that is up the road quite a bit. After that, shortly 2 minutes later, which is there, Siboney, turn on west-northwest heading to the village of Siboney, located directly on the railroad line just south of the highway. So we're going to follow the highway to one city that I can't pronounce. There it goes out there, the highway, you can see it. Then we're going to go to a little tiny village that isn't on the highway, but it's on the rail line. So we'll look for that. So a city and a village. We already talked about this one. So city, village, and then what? Oh, and then we land. Turn onto northwest heading at Siboney and pass just south of a large reservoir. Fly over the small hamlet of El Bijabo. And then sight and fly over a prominent peak, Sierra de Maraguan, 614 feet above sea level. Well, we don't have to worry about hitting it. Continue on course to Ignacio, Agramonte International Airport to land. Ignacio Agramonte. Alright, cool. Now, I already did a little bit of homework. So while we're flying to the next 2 cities and the landing, which let me zoom this in a little bit here. So we got 2 cities and the land. We need to decide where in the airport is Carmen San Diego. And we're going to land on runway 8. Why? Because 8 to 14 is 6, 60 degrees off, 26 to 14 is 120 degrees off, 8 is the better choice. So when we see the airport, we're going to do a right traffic patterns. We'll turn left to turn right, turn left to turn right. What movie is that from? We'll turn left to join the right traffic pattern. So there you go. Only 6 knots wind. So 60-degree crosswind, 6 knots, should barely notice. Pretty straightforward. I look for ILS to see if we can set up an instrument approach. We cannot. So we'll do it the old-fashioned way. But look at this scenery, so beautiful. I bet standing up there gives you great views of the reservoir, the little lakes. I bet it's awesome. So many dirt roads. This is just fantastic. Alrighty, 2 cities, and then I'll talk to you again when it's time to land this thing. Alright, 2.5 minutes out or so from the airport, so let's zoom in a little bit. Here we have a nice big reservoir on our right. Hazy again. It almost seems like it knows when we're going to try to land and it makes it hazy, because it wasn't hazy in between. I see a little bit of mountains. Remember, we're not supposed to hit the one that's 641 feet above sea level. I see a city to our left, but the airport is directly in front of us apparently. I don't see it yet. When we do see it, we'll try to join traffic pattern. And not have to go over the midfield and join the traffic pattern, but if we do, we do. Man, that's really hazy over there. Let's not descend yet either, because I want to be able to spot the airport before I descend. So we're going to make it a steep descent once we find it. I'm looking at a city in front of us. I don't see any water features or anything we can focus on. What's the reference image for this like? Yeah, there's some city stuff around it, but I still don't see it. Maybe we're simply too much in the haze and the fog as we go through a cloud. I guess we can descend a little bit. We just got to be careful so you don't smack into the ground on accident. You can hear me clicking my multi-panel. Let's bring back throttles. We'll aim for 1,000 feet lower, but we'll change that if we need to. Hear me clicking when I'm clicking from. Oh, that's the airport. I thought it was like a sandy highway or something. Okay, well that's easy. Autopilot disengaged. Let's head this way so we can have a nice time approaching. That isn't terribly with bad wind, but you can hear me clicking on my multi-panel. I go back and forth between altitude and vertical speed. There you go. A little bit of struggles loading things from their servers as we get close to the city, but it's been way better than a couple months ago, or even a rural airport, which just have a hard time loading the stuff around it. So now it's pretty smooth. See, it's done already. Anyway, everything is ready to go. Gears already down. We'll do first set of flaps now. We'll do second set of flaps on our final. We don't need a very long final. This thing will stop very quickly. Whoa, what are you doing here? Whoops, should I bump my flaps? I think I put my flaps up on accident. Nope, they're still down. Okay. Alrighty. Keep an eye on the prize. We'll do a steep approach with a sharp turn, and then we'll land. But we will do the next leg in this video, so do not go anywhere. We will do leg 3 in this video, and then the others will be in separate videos, different videos. But full flap now. We're gonna float like crazy. Be ready for it. Ooh, there it is. There's the rail line we're about to go over. That's super cool. Power line. There's the road also. Oh man, this is 500. This is kind of a naughty approach. Let's also do the reversers correctly this time, and not go forward instead. So what we'll do is we'll come down. Don't worry, we're not going to crash. Round it out nicely. There you go. Try to get in the center if we can. Float, ride it out. We're not in a hurry. And boom, we're down. Reversers engage, brakes on, flaps up. Just like that. And reversers disengaged on the brakes. And there we go. That should count. There it is. Alright, here we go. Leg 3 right now. Hey, we're still up and running. Well, that's cool. Don't have to do anything, except we're going to repair and refuel just because we're running low there. Alright, cool. And we got the GPS is working. Oh, this is fantastic. If I could do all these legs in one, not have to stop in between, that'd be nice. Alright, so we'll set up autopilot here in a minute. What do we need to do here? Let's see if there's any terrain to worry about. We're headed to, and the terrain is pretty low. Nothing terrible to worry about. So let's see, what should we do? Let's go to 3,000 again. 3,000 was good, I think. And vertical speed, and again you can watch it over here, see what I'm doing. Let's do 1,200 feet per minute because we can, and we'll use nav. There we go. Bam. GPS, all ready to go. Alrighty, we're gonna take off. Whatever runway this is this? Well, this was the bad runway, but we'll keep it. Look over there, there's some tall buildings, maybe hotels. After lifting off, set a course to the southwest and passed over the city of Camagüey, one of the 7 original settlements of Cuba, founded by the Spanish. The city today is the 3rd most populous city and capital of the province. The United Nations named the Old Town section of the city a World Heritage Site. That's right away, so we're going to take off. We'll see the city right away. What's next? Turn to a heading, northwesterly heading, follow the path of the Central Rail Line to the city of Florida. We say Florida, but it'd be Florida, right? In Spanish, Florida. Established in the early 1900s, the name is Spanish for flowery or abundant in flowers. I did not know that. Cool. All right, let's keep reading. So we got big city, medium city, and then we're going to continue on the rail line. You can read this yourself. I don't want to lose my voice. Pass over the town of Carlos Manuel de Céspedes, shortened to Céspedes. Okay, cool. 10 Years War, Great War, 10 Years War. Tiny city. So, too big city and a tiny city. And then we'll come back together after that. So here we go. Flaps should be down 1. Parking brake off. Goose it while I hold the brake just to spool it up, even though we don't need to. And we will. Whoops, sorry, I was looking at the monitor. Bad timing for that. We will take off here. And it should be pretty straightforward. There we go. Rotate, brakes to stop the wheels. And flaps coming up. And we can engage autopilot already. I think we're already on the track. So here we go. Engage autopilot. Bam. Simple as that. Very good. Hop outside. Whoops, wrong one. Let's use this one. Check out. Crosswind. Not too bad. And how come my drone isn't working? There we go. Alrighty, we can see the town we landed in. And then the haze and the fog. And looking good though. Just beautiful. Hard to see the ground, but it's still beautiful. Alrighty, so we got the town right in front of us. I can already see it. And then we have another big city. And then we have a tiny city. So once we get up in this area, I'll talk with you again and read the rest of the legs. See you in a little bit. about to approach the city, but I just got an overspeed warning because apparently when we changed direction, the wind was behind us now. It gave us a push. It pushed us into overspeed. I'm glad it didn't count as a crash. But now the wind is gone, so now we're going really slowly. So I'm going to keep adjusting that. We're almost at the next little village. Are we landing at? Yeah, we're landing here, aren't we? We are. So we're pretty close to the end of this leg already. Okay. Whoop, now we're speeding up again. I got the hiccup, sorry. So we'll keep that down a little bit so we don't actually overspeed. Our city is right here. So even though it's a ways out yet, you have my attention, so let's just keep reading. And why is this being all goofy? Come on. It's being all like weird. It's not picking up my mouse. Alright, so that is that right up there. Alright, so what is next? Ciego de Ávila. Continue following the central rail line, which is right here. Passing the small villages of Colorado and Vicente to reach Ciego de Ávila. Ciego de Ávila is the capital city of the province, goodness gracious, central Cuba, known for its rich agriculture production, including livestock, potatoes, sugarcane, and pineapples. It makes me want to play Minecraft. It really makes me want to play Minecraft. It's been way too long. Beautiful. Look at this. Oh, I love the rural stuff more than the cities. I always have. Alrighty, so after that, then we land. Follow the rail line. There's a spur, skirt of the eastern side of the Black Forest, Bosque Negro, which lies northwest of the city. Maintain heading, passing to the west of the village of Ceballos. Gain a visual, and land at the airport. Single runway, Máximo, Gómez Airport. Alrighty, so another city and then the airport coming right up. You can see on the map where we're headed here. Pretty much dead central of Cuba at this point. Oh yeah, yep. Yes it is. Alrighty, minute to that, then probably 5-10 minutes or so of my time. And just only a minute or so of your time in sightseeing. I'm going to keep an eye on my speed. I don't want to slow down this much, but I don't want to overspeed either. So sightseeing for you, systems management for me, and I'll see you when it's time to approach. In the meantime, I'm going to do my homework and see where we should land, or which way we should land from based on weather. See you in a moment. And that was a quick moment. There's no weather listed at this airport. So, I mean, we can't rely on the weather coming from that angle when we get closer. Actually, let's see. Is there weather at the next airport? There isn't. Darn, there's been weather at all these airports until now. I mean, I could pull up the MEDAR, but that doesn't tell us where or what the weather's going to be like here. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, 3,000 feet up, it's coming from 182, so we would want to land on runway 25, but is it going to be that way on the ground? Let's plan on runway 25, which would be this one here, and we'll see, and we'll make last minute adjustments if we have to. Alright, now we'll do some sightseeing, and I'll see you when it's time to approach. Alright, it says we're 3 minutes out or less from MUCA. Probably right here, I'm guessing. So we'll turn right to join left traffic pattern. Left traffic pattern means you make left turns around the airport, but you gotta turn right to join it. You turn right to turn left. There you go. Let's look outside briefly, though. We do have a minute before we need to do anything. Enjoy the villages along the way. Just beautiful. So beautiful. Mountains off to the right. We'll be seeing those mountains in the next few legs, I'm sure. So if you want to see the next few legs, you're going to have to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when they go live. We'll do legs 4 and 5 in the next video. And then the like button so people know we exist. I also want to point out you can see the ocean there, and if you turn around, you can see the ocean behind us as well. So from 3,000 feet above sea level, which is about 3,000 above ground level as well, you can see the ocean on both sides. Alrighty, we're about ready to join the traffic pattern, so let's turn off autopilot here and regain control of our aircraft. And see, now the wind changed, see? So anyway, we'll see if we chose the right runway here. For landing, if you do crash, have to go back to the last city. It's not too far away to redo the last section of the leg. But it's nice if we don't crash. It looks like the servers are trying to load things. I just said before, too, even in rural areas for some of these bush trips, when I was trying to load a few months ago, the servers would make things go wonky, and the servers are kind of going wonky right now, even though nowhere. But that's okay. We can get through it. Checking out that hill right there. That's pretty cool. Ocean right there in front of us. A little town in front of us. And the airport. There you go. Simple as that. Let's bring back throttles and nose up a little bit. Slightly descend, but also mainly to slow down, because look at that. We almost oversped. Alrighty. Trying to look around as much as I can. We do not need a very long final. Very long runway. Don't need much space. So let's come in now. Bring back throttles all the way so we can get down into flap range. Gear's already down. All the lights and everything are on the way we want them. We're not slowing down, are we? Because we're also descending. We could slip it, but I don't think we need to. Oh boy. Come on, servers. Load whatever you're trying to load. Look at that. We have a shadow down there of ourselves. Come on, servers. You can do it. Alright, here we go. Good altitude. Level off here. We'll slow down, get into flap range in a moment. And now the winds are going wonky. It looks like we're going to have a terrible crosswind from the left, but we'll manage. First set of flaps. Ooh, it's going to be really bad crosswind. Oh, man. Let's do full flap now. We'll see how it behaves once we turn around this corner. Oh, my word. Oh, this is going to be intense landing. So, crosswind from the left. Left wing down. Right rudder to crab it out. Left main will touch, then right main, then nose wheel. And we have reversers. Firm touchdown. You do not want to grease a crosswind landing because you could skid or even flip over, which we've done in the simulator and does happen in real life. Beautiful scenery. Wish we could look around more, but we can't. Have to focus on this landing. And I started getting really dizzy from my heart. Oh my gosh, I'm having the heart things. Oh my word. My heart does weird things sometimes ever since surgery. I do have 2 heart conditions. One was fixed, sort of, in air quotes. The other is permanent. Whew, but don't worry about me. The fact that you watch this video means I survived whatever my heart is doing right now. And it happened about a month and a half ago when I recorded this. So I'm okay. I promise I'm okay. Alright, here we go. Come on down nice and steeply here. And we have reversers, of course. And it's looking incredibly beautiful. There we go. Now we can feel the crosswind. Look at that. Oof-da. We're not in a hurry to touch down because we have a long runway, but at the same time we do want to get out of the air as easily and quickly as possible. I don't know what the crosswind speed is. I just know there's a crosswind from the left. So left wing down, right rudder. Here we go. Let's see if we can straighten out. Ooh, it's going to blow us to the right, of course. And soft, soft. Soft, left main, right main, nose wheel. Oh, that was so textbook. Reversers engaged. And on the brakes and flaps coming up. Reversers disengaged. That looked really smooth, but that was really crazy. I had a lot of rudder on that, a lot of wing down. Still blew us to the right a little bit, but that's okay. We're fine. Alrighty, next legs in the next video. I will see you then.